before we get into Project 2025 stuff, we have to talk about some streamer drama that happened recently. And it's not anything that makes any sense at all. It's weird. It's sketch. If you guys want to go ahead and start that conversation now before we do fan art, it's sketch. There's always streamer drama. True. I guess this is that one. They are a Twitch streamer that focused a lot on sports games, and well, we'll get into it here in a second. Tales of Atonement, thank you for resubscribing at tier 1. Let's go ahead and get into things. The fan art section first, though. This one is from Kyubi, and we are going to go ahead and take a look at this one here. There's a lovely piece of fan art, but the more important thing that seems to be here is a letter. So we're going to read that as well here on stream real quick before we get into things. This one is from Kyubi. It says, "Dear Suris, my name is Kyubi Senko of the Paradox system. For those who don't know, people with DID usually refer to themselves as a system because there are multiple personalities, usually only one of which fronts at a time. I write this to you because you've honestly changed our lives for the better, especially mine. Before we found your content, I was in a very bad crowd of people. Their content was lies and toxicity. It turned me into a pick-me trans woman with an unhealthy doomer mindset. It led me to a lot of mental problems and spiraling. But then we found your channel, and through joining your Discord, meeting people like a Nubian, we became better people, especially me. From your videos, we began to question the stuff Quartering and other right-wing YouTubers are saying. We learned that these people are lying and lying for profit and propaganda. So we stifle scrutinizing eyes astray with propaganda. The only way we can pull through this is under cruel rule. If a single person falls out of line, we all do. A purpose for a new location from Dan Bull and Stipendium. If this quote does sum up discovering the right wing think, I don't know what. Thank you, Suris, for guiding us down a better path and helping our mental health be better." Well, QB, I appreciate the heartfelt letter, and I'm glad that I was able to provide a community, although, honestly, that community is less on me and more on the wonderful people who exist in that community that make it the place that it is. I am not my community. I am merely a lightning rod that brings a bunch of weirdos on the internet together. So thank you for the fan art, and thank you for the letter. I really do appreciate it. That said, all things considered, we do have to talk about the drop. So, if you want your fan art to be shown on a future video, drop it into the Discord, and there you go. There will be fan art abilities available for you there, and I will get to that piece of fan art in chronological order, typically, unless something else happens. But I wouldn't talk about this normally because I just don't care about streamer drama, but this one hits weird. So, Sketch, as I mentioned, is a Twitch streamer, got accused of being a former gay OnlyFans model. Because apparently, it's bad to do sex work, and it's bad to be gay. I don't know how this is drama, I don't know, who cares, but if you're someone who watches a lot of Twitch, you sure know who Sketch is. Overall, he's someone who went viral for his Madden streams. He would mostly call out plays and deliver some phenomenal trash talk. Moreover, with his Houston Texans jersey on all the time, the creator had crafted a distinct look and brand for himself. Subsequently, he got to announce a pick during the NFL draft, and he even appeared in videos with Patrick Mahomes. However, like all popular content creators, Sketch is now facing a new controversy. This morning, the popular streamer began trending on Twitter thanks to alleged images of Sketch engaging in sexual acts with other men. Why the fuck does that matter? It's 2024. Why does somebody being gay matter? Why should that even be a thing that you give a shit about? Said possibility of deepfakes or revenge for it doesn't fucking matter. It doesn't matter. Whether it's deepfakes or revenge porn, who the fuck cares? The controversy seems to be that he's gay. Or might be gay. I feel like if we are in a society right now that considers this drama, that is scary as shit. Because as much as I want to just sweep this under the rug and go, this doesn't matter, this isn't important, unfortunately, with things like Project 2025 looming in the background, with things like Biden's recent cacophony of bad functioning during the event with, you know, the debate with Trump, and hell, my own memory is horrible, so I can't even judge him for all that shit. But looking at the country and seeing the teetering edge that we've been on for a little while, shit like this is terrifying to me. Because that teetering edge means that stuff like this is drama today, stuff like this tomorrow can easily turn into actual fucking witch hunts. Said Dr. Disrespect was way worse. Yeah, in terms of streamer drama, I feel like using your position of power to manipulate a minor into meeting up at a convention is worse than being gay. Like, ugh. Depraved Ambient says, I'm not surprised by anything here. Twitter has porn. That's normal. Person has a different job before this one. Normal. Person is gay. Also normal. Until you mix all of them together. Yeah, and it's still fucking normal then. So, we're going to get into the... I have more thoughts. We'll get into more of this here in a second. Anywho, the story going around Twitter is that Sketch used to be a gay OnlyFans model. However, all of this is alleged and there's nothing to confirm the allegations other than dubious images. Moreover, some people have tried to match Sketch's facial features to that of the model. This all feels incredibly invasive, and it most certainly is. There does not seem to be an end goal here except to mock the streamer for a past that isn't even confirmed. At the time, Sketch has not responded to any of the allegations. Whether or not he does remains to be seen. For now, however, his name continues to trend on social media, with many fans expressing shock over the photos, which can be seen above. Okay, so let me go and give my take real quick. And it's not going to be something you can't figure out from 12 billion miles away. None of this matters. It doesn't matter. The scary part is that it doesn't matter, and yet people are talking about it. So I've seen arguments on this saying, if he was an OnlyFans model, he's a streamer. He'll influence the kids. He'll influence the kids to do what, Karen? You were on a fucking stripper pole at 18 because that was the only thing that could help you pay the bills, and the economy is worse now. Why does your input fucking matter? It doesn't. It really, really doesn't. What's the difference between sex work and real work? Well, in sex work, your body is violated and you trade all of your time for money, and you even get humiliated down the road. Okay, how the fuck is that different from a 9-to-5? Your body is used and abused by a boss. You get humiliated by the hierarchical structure that is there for the sole purpose of making your life fucking miserable for a boss who doesn't even have a level of competency in his own job. And we have statistics to back that up. Your boss is always going to be incompetent if they have been at their job for a while, because if you're a low-level worker and you do really good as a low-level worker, you might get made into a manager. But if you don't do well at managing, you're probably not going to be given a promotion again, which means if you think your manager sucks, yes, the fuck they do, because statistically, the people who stay in their positions of a hierarchy long enough is because they weren't, at least in like corporate shit, is because they were not able to display aptitude at that. Which means, yes, your boss does suck at their fucking job. Of course they do. It's one of the problems with our current hierarchical structure when it comes to jobs in the first place, because they naturally lead people to be stuck in positions they are not good at. And the opposite thing is even worse, where you let people stay in positions of aptitude, which tend to be their lower paying positions, because you don't promote them out of those positions anymore, which means people no longer make living wages. It's both systems fucking blow, but welcome to capitalism. So How is that different from being an OnlyFans model? How is that different from any other kind of work? You are putting yourself out there, you are making content, you are doing things that people are paying for, there is a market for it, and while you may not like it, and you may have conversations to be had about how exploitative that industry can be, it's no more exploitative than the current industry everywhere the fuck else. That's just how the world is. We stigmatize one kind of work so that we can elevate another kind of work, and then we create this really stupid cycle where a person is not able to make enough money at the type of work that you elevate, so then they have to go and do the type of work that you scrutinize more, that in many cases pays more. But you forced them into it by creating a world where they couldn't make ends meet with this work over here that you elevate. Remember how many people were called heroes during COVID? Teachers and people who worked as firefighters and people who were trying to make ends meet by, what was it? Delivering your groceries. Remember, those were the heroes. You know how much money they make now? Not hero money. Not hero money. They don't make hero money. They make the money of somebody who's working a minimum wage job. All the essential workers didn't get fucking pay increases for being heroes. But don't worry, let's go ahead and freak the hell out when somebody tries to seek a way out of that rut. This is one of the reasons that I went up to do the canvassing for Jamal Bowman, because one of the platforms that he runs on is stopping the school-to-prison pipeline, where somebody works their ass off and gets stuck in a job that doesn't pay enough to make to pay their bills. Inflation gets so bad and they have to turn to a life of crime to function, and then they get stuck in prison because they get caught, and then after they leave prison, they haven't developed any more skills, and they're a felon now, so they get to have this lovely thing plastered on all of their resumes that makes it harder for them to get hired anywhere. So of course they can't make more money, so of course they have to turn to crime again, and now they're back in prison again. That was one of the reasons I went up there, was because that was something that he talked a lot on and did a lot of work on specifically. But don't worry, we get to talk about the sketch thing as if it's something indicative of how predatory this person might be for engaging in a type of work you don't like. And let's be 100% clear, this controversy would not exist if it weren't gay. I 100% believe that the level of controversy we're seeing right now with this would be absolutely nothing if he was a porn model for straight porn. If you're a porn model in straight porn, people are going to go, oh yeah, look at him, he's teaching kids how to get laid. He's teaching them how to be a real man. Fucking bitches. But then, the minute that it's gay, oh no, we can't let our kids know about that. It's the same thing, Gerald! It's the same fucking thing! It's an adult having sex with an adult. There is no fucking difference whether the person is non-binary, or gay, or straight, or trans, or what the fuck ever. It's an adult with a consenting adult doing consenting adult things. It doesn't matter what those things are. The scary thing about this controversy isn't the actual contents of the controversy. It's that anybody considers this a controversy in the first place. It shouldn't be a controversy that somebody worked a different job before. Let's go ahead and grant them that Sketch was an OnlyFans model and a gay OnlyFans model and did all kinds of gay OnlyFans model things. Why the fuck does it matter? Why the fuck has it ever mattered? It's never mattered! But there's people on the internet that want to pretend it does. Because they're worried about the influence on children. If you're worried about influencing children into sex work being a bad thing, then maybe work on fixing the fucking economy so fewer people feel like they have to turn to it. If you're worried about them influencing people to be gay, maybe you should worry about influencing your kids not to be a bigot like you. Ultimately, none of the stuff in here matters. But the scariest part about it is that people think it does. And that is indicative of far more to me, and that is far more terrifying than anything else that could possibly come up from this stupid controversy. Anyways, let me know what you think in the comment section below. Insert end of video tagline here. Hey, I just quickly want to give a thank you to all of my wonderful patrons who keep this show running. YouTube and Twitch are a pretty bumpy ride at the best of times, and the stability a Patreon provides me is worth more than I can say here. I'd also like to thank each and every one of my $20 and up patrons here, and they would be Red Joker, Britzkrieg, Cameron, Dren, Jemshin, Smiling DM, Poundini, Mabbity Babbity, Naomi, Isaac, Nixie-chan, Agamotto, Jordan, Ravi, Giuni, Kiratorian, Prisma, all of you, I'm not saying that part, and Starlight. And finally, thank you to everyone else that helps keep this channel alive. While you're here, why not check out another video? And thank you for watching.